Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Time for my final thoughts of this latest arc, Symbiosis Part 1, leading us to believe, anyway, that there will be another part. Not confirmed yet. Also not denied either, so, however, got my notes here. Start out like I always do with the officers. This group seems to be kind of a refresh or a doubling of the Cisco crew, because you got extra shots and mitigation reduction. I know I did say Cisco, but it is more like a Miles, O'Brien, Copy, and a Changeling Kira, or Founder, however you prefer, Copy, with the addition of bonus loot. Very nice. I like the idea there. Who couldn't use another Armada crew? Lots of Armadas out there, and lots of solo Armadas where you can put in multiple ships. So who wouldn't like to have multiple crews, even like multiple crews that also give bonus loot? It can be a very useful thing. Now, to a certain extent, I don't think this crew is going to be as good without a mitigation officer or a critical chance officer. That's one thing that really makes Cisco, I mean, especially Cisco and his partners there for the crew, makes that crew really good. You get max mitigation. Doesn't matter what level you are, you can get max mitigation on an Armada, especially if you're going with synergy. Then, okay, at lower tiers, maybe Cisco's ability isn't that great, but he's got great sourcing, so you can get his officer ability way up there. A lot more critical chance because his ability stacks infinitely. You can get to max critical hits within a few rounds. It's very good. And when you combine that with getting multiple shots, you can go from doing 2 shots per weapon or even per round, depending on what ship you have. You get like 6 shots per weapon or round, and they're all critical hits. So you get buku damage, buku survivability. And then you know what you do. If you're running Cisco O'Brien, you run 5 on the side. Bam. Buku damage, buku mitigation, buku loot. Don't exactly have that with this crew yet anyway. We are assuming they'll complete this group next month. Again, what do they say about people that assume things? Because we all know what they did with the NSCA Protector group. Because that was... I can barely tell if they're even worth using as a group. Barely. If at all. So no assumptions there. Now, as good as I'm talking about these officers, again, another month, no free rare officer. I don't care what this company is saying the norm should be. I think it's trash. Especially when, what are your sourcing mechanics? What have your sourcing mechanics been for some of these past officers? Trash. What's the sourcing mechanic now for these officers? Nothing. It's even worse than trash because it doesn't exist. And it does seem weird that I keep giving thumbs down to these officers, even though they can be really good officers. But at the same time, if you don't have the officers, why do you care? How can they be so good if you don't have them? They can't be. They can't be good. You have no use for them. You can't use them. You don't have them. Thumbs down. Let's go to the missions. Kind of pissed off about the missions. Actually, really pissed off about the missions. Because as well as I talked about them last month, complete regression again. Here you go. Putting us in... Get the notes here. Putting us in systems higher than the level of hostiles you got to kill. So you're putting us in a level 30 system, and you're saying, oh, go kill, wait, what the hell happened? You put us in a level 30 system and tell you to kill level 30s, not all the hostiles are going to count. In one instance, it puts you in like a level 30 system, and it was like 31s are higher. So you're putting us in a system lower than the level of hostile, equal to or lower than the hostile level of hostile you want us to kill. And it's just, why must you do that? Why can't you even just have the task that says, oh, here's where you collect the next mission objective, and it's, oh, kill hostiles in that system. Because you have done that before. So, I don't even want to give it a thumbs up. I want to give it a this. Because you did it last month. You did it last month. I thought it was great. And a lot of people out there thought it was great because it made doing the task more convenient. It's not even that it's hard to do. It's just, now I got to go to another system? Or I got to kill 10 hostiles to get 5 that count towards the objective? It's bullshit. So yeah, you get a middle finger instead of a thumbs down, which is even worse. Welcome to the Angry Rhino grading scale. There's thumbs up, which you'll never see. There's thumbs sideways, which you might see. Thumbs down, which you're probably going to see a lot. And then there's middle fingers. Events. They're back to doing this thing that they were doing. They started last month, and it's reducing the amount of events that give resources and materials, but giving you more in the battle pass. Which is nice, but at the same time, you're kind of just like moving it, which, I mean, it's fine, I guess. The problem I have with that is, instead of resources and materials, you want to give all these fancy-ass specialty currencies. Proto Matter, Catalyst, and Premium Mirror Dust, and Independent Credits, and Mirror Picard Shards, or other shit. Can't even remember all the other random ass shit, but it's so diversified in these specialty currencies because there's so many of them. As it was, we don't like that there's so many different damn currencies in the game as it is. So when you spread it out through all these different currencies, to me, because I don't like how many different currencies there are, I feel less rewarded because I don't like it. I don't like that there's so many different currencies. So how am I going to like the reward of this event? There were several events that I just didn't do because I looked at the rewards and I'm like, that's trash. Here's 1 Mirror Picard Shard. Oh, cool. Why am I doing this event? Or here's 200 Tear-Up Catalysts. Oh. Why am I doing this event? You give these special currencies because you're like, oh, look, we're sourcing these things now. We're sourcing Mirror Picard, and we're sourcing Mirror Dust, and we're sourcing Catalyst. Yeah, we're giving all this stuff. But you look at the number compared to the number that you need, and it's just like, what? That's not a reward. 1 shard of an epic officer that you need 100 to unlock, and then how many more hundreds to tier up and actually get a use out of the officer ability. 1 isn't a reward. It's not. It's a daily drip. That's what it is. A daily drip for your event reward. Just make it a daily drip. Just make it a daily drip and get rid of the events. That, I think, would be more enjoyable. Oh, you made it. Oh, we want to make an event because we want you to do stuff. Alright, well, we're either going to do stuff anyway, or we're not going to be playing the game, so why do we actually need to have events? Yeah, alright. So, thumbs down on the events. And I'm sure part of that is people are going to say, because I want to lead into the features here, because there was no feature, really. There weren't really many feature-based events. Well, we couldn't fill up the calendar because we didn't have it. Okay, you can make events for people to go out and do stuff. It doesn't need to be around a feature. It doesn't. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. and you're or not reintroducing, but you have been introducing monthly slash weekly events recently with the Saris invasion and the alliance tournaments, and you're keep going with incursions. So you run incursions once, you run alliance tournaments once, you run Saris invasion twice. That helps with your event schedule, except you couldn't get alliance tournaments out during the arc, and it just came out, and it's like, what, you improved it? It looks the same. If not, it looks worse to me. The tasks, oh, we fixed the task. We made the task more rewarding, give you more points, and we made more free to play doable max point 10,000 point tasks. Oh, you did? Oh, okay. And we fixed the refresh roll. Oh, you did? Haven't noticed anything. And I should be changing my background here, but you could have done this. And it's just, okay, acquire 1,600 epic faction armada directors. Well, that's not a free to play. Galactic requires 7th. And you know what? There's only 3 10,000 event tasks up here. You fix the refresh? Bullshit. You didn't fix nothing. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, cool. Check my internet connection and try again. Okay, fine. Oh, my internet actually did go out. Oh, it's back. Okay. Wow. Ha! Good job. Who do I have? Verizon. Good job, Verizon. You people suck. Man, it's probably something else. Probably nobody's fault. Alright, going into the features again. Kind of a rehash of the feature. One of the features, if you can even call it that, was a new building. Nova Squadron building. Because... Come on, let's go. Load up the game. That's fine. I guess don't load up the game. Whatever. Alright, let me try to close it out. And do this. And I'll change my window to display not the Prime EXE, but the launcher. See if that works. See if it comes up now. Like, what is the point of the Nova Squadron building? Does it even do anything for you? I don't think it does anything for you. Bear with me here. It doesn't... Okay, so it provides you shield bonus. Cool. I don't give a shit. Special building material cost efficiency. Okay, it's nice. It's only 1% per level. So you don't actually get anything out of it, really, until you get into higher levels. And, of course, it's paywalled, which is fine, but at the same time, I don't see why I'm supposed to like this. And then they added researches over here in this new tree, this Star Path tree, and it costs Nova Squadron particles, which you only get for leveling up the building. So you almost can't even add more. Can you even add more researchers in here? Because you're only limited to being able to pull Nova Squadron particles 60 times. Is it going to be enough? Can you even add more research? So it's only 9 researchers. Oh, okay. And the researchers are meh? Increase base weapon damage if your opponent has burning. Okay, cool. I mean, it's nice. It's fine. Shield repair, if it works, not like the Cerritos one didn't work. And it's only 10% every round. Meh? I mean, fine. It can be good, but again, it's not that good. Make the window bigger. I think that should look okay. Oh, you know what? Because I had to let's rescale this. It's a button over. Oh shit. Alright, well, kind of screwed up my scaling there. Oh well. Video's gonna look terrible now. Not sure what happened here. Because it won't let me. Oh yeah, because it's locked. No. Oh, that was probably not good. Yep, I don't know. Because I can usually go in here and resize output source, but it's grayed out. I guess because I'm recording. Well, I'm not going to restart the video, so you're going to have a little black bar at the top and the bottom, so, oh well. Actually, let me lock this again before I screw it up like I did the last time. Almost not even call the building a feature. I mean, I guess we'll call it that for argument's sake, but I think the real feature, if any feature, is the G6 solo armadas, which are nice. I'm glad that they added them. I've been running the numbers, and I feel like between the one research that is supposed to, in the Monavine section, increase armada credits, and new chick that increases your loot, and 5, and Enterprise Picard, and Doctor. At least one of them actually doesn't work for these. I'm pretty sure it's Doctor. I could have sworn we thought the Doctor worked on the armadas. Apparently he doesn't work on these armadas, I know for sure. Because the numbers just aren't coming out right. I should be getting close to 3 times the amount of the loot here, instead of getting 2.85. So, again, because I have Doctor on one ship and not 2 ships, instead of a 30% bonus, it'd be more like an average of a 15% bonus. So instead of, times 3, it's times 2.85. That's why I say it has to be the Doctor, because it can't be the research, because the research is an extra 50%. Can't be the new chick officer, because she's 60%. Can't be Enterprise Picard, because he's 120%. Can't be 5, because 5 is 120%. Really only fits if if Doctor, that extra 30%, that's the one that doesn't work. Which is fine. It's annoying, because I could have sworn Doctor worked, but apparently Doctor doesn't work. Lame, but whatever. The numbers, they're kind of okay. I mean, you have 3 chess pool options. We do get 3 starts every day, which I think is good, because I can do the double chess pool just from 2 armadas. So if I do 3 every day, can I do 3 chess pool every day? Yeah, probably. I don't really want to, because then how many damn armadas am I running? And I might as well just run one here, since I'm up here. I was running some, because I wanted to test out the currency there. As far as what the reward is for it, I mean, it's kind of meh. I can't show you the uncommon pool, because of course I did it already, but whatever. But you can see here I have 273. Yeah, that's plenty for, my double chess pool. Or I'll get plenty, because what is it, like 360 or something? I can get 130,000 per armada, so it'll work out to 390,000 a day. So, I mean, the numbers kind of work. I am only a 61. I'm only hitting the 62s. I mean, the numbers kind of work. But as far as the rewards, you can get a bunch of G5 materials, which is nice. You can finish off that shit a little quicker. Of course, I mean, and this is obviously the rare here. This is where you're going to get your epic directives. And, of course, from the uncommon, you get the rare directives. Okay, cool. 5-star ship parts, cool. 6-star ship parts, cool. I feel like they definitely fixed the ship parts. The ship part grind in G5. And honestly, in G6 so far anyway, I've really gotten that much into G6. It seems okay. You can get some speed ups, which are nice. What I can't stand about G6, and it's just some stupid ass thing that some stupid asshole decided to do, and not even do, just like change. To speed up, it looks like arrows. Cool, cool. Repair speed ups also look like arrows. Is that how it looked before? No. One was arrows, one was a wrench. So you can clearly see the difference. You cannot clearly see the difference. There is nothing visually different about them. Only a jackass would do that. It was a wrench before. Just make it a wrench again. So we can clearly tell the difference. Is that so unreasonable? No, it is a very reasonable thing to ask for. You can get Sigma, titanium and par steel and dilithium. Cool, more faction credit. Yeah, hazard particles, which is nice. Because then you don't have to do a bunch of hazard engagement bullshit thing to be able to get some of these hazard researches to minimize the effects of hazards on you. And yeah, there are rare hazard particles as well. Yeah. And some of this galactic acclaim, so you can get more whole health. Yay. Okay. Sad thing is, there does not appear to be any ship blueprints. Now, I am only 61. Is that why there's no ship blueprints? If I go up to 62 or 63, will there be ship blueprints? I don't know. I sure hope so. Or officer shards, because not having officer shards or ship blueprints in these things, I'm sorry, but it doesn't make it as worth it. It just doesn't. It doesn't make it as worth it. But, I mean, it's nice. I'm not trying to say that it's not nice or anything. I think one of the problems I see, at least in the future, is going to be... Because right now they're just solos. At some point in this game, and yes, it'll be many years in the future, all the players will be G6 or higher. That's just how it's going to go. Maybe not all of them, because people will start low. But a lot of players will be G6 or higher. You don't have group armadas now. You would have to make them. So you would have to make G6 armadas again. Or just not have G6 group armadas. Is that something we want to change? Is that something we want to change? I mean, okay. Seems kind of weird that you would not have that, but it's fine, I guess. And solution for that, because I will give you a solution, maybe two. Could have made them solo group armadas, either by giving the starter a choice. Do they want to make this a group armada or a solo armada? You click another button or maybe a checkbox somewhere in the little window that pops up when you select the armada. Group armada would put the message out, hey, come to my armada, and a little symbol so people can know to travel there. Or a group armada would be like a 10 or 15 minute timer. You click the solo one, no message comes up to your alliance, and it's like a minute and a half. Could you do that? Sure, you could. Is that the best option? I don't know, but at least you wouldn't have to come back later and make G6 group armadas if you wanted to. Or again, just not have any group armadas for G6. Because that makes sense, I guess. Or another thing you could do, you know what? Just make it a group armada, but make the leader be able to put multiple ships in. Okay, there's 7 slots in a group armada for a level, whatever the hell Armada Control Center. I have 7 slots. Allow me to put in 3. If I started it. That way, 4 of my friends can show up if they so choose. If not, I still have 3 ships in the Armada. I'm going to kill the Armada probably. I wouldn't have started it without it. And at the same time, I'm not sacrificing any of my own loot to do armadas with my teammates. And my teammates are getting some loot towards these chests. Again, ideas. Are they great ideas? Could be. Doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. They just didn't do it. Just fine. I mean, I don't know how to grade this feature. I feel like it could have been better, and it's really just meh. Like the building's stupid. Oh, Lorca. I think everybody's saying that Lorca is a feature. Yes, I have Lorca unlocked. Yes, Lorca's nice. There's no sourcing for him, which is lame. Very lame. And this Lorca Fist, I think, is also lame. Okay, the damage can get high. 8-hour cooldown, and the damn thing only lasts for 1 minute and 7 seconds. 1 minute and 7 seconds. 67 seconds. Where the hell did you get that number from? Not 65 seconds. 60 seconds. 70 seconds. Nice round numbers. Nope. 67 seconds. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Whatever. Lame. And again, really like Lorca and Nova Ability are kind of sub features, barely considered features. It's just there really wasn't much for feature this month, so kind of stretching a little bit what we're calling a feature. But G6 Armadas, I definitely think are a feature. Problem is, you're extremely limited on who can engage with this because you have to be 61 to get up to this section of faction space, and you're only doing it with yourself. Is like. Which makes sense because there are not that many players up here, but feels kind of weird to have faction armadas that you don't do with your teammates. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. So I'll give the G6 Armada feature a middle thumb because I do think it's weird. But at the same time, it is kind of nice. And at the same time, you look at the rewards and it's like, meh. No ship blueprints, no officers. It would have made the pools a lot nicer. Even if it, for me now as a 61, put some Selkie blueprints in there. That would be nice. Don't put the uncommons in there until what, 63 or 62? Sure. But you didn't do it. So you get a meh. Alright, let's summarize this. While the officers I think are okay, I can't give you anything more than a thumbs down without sourcing. You didn't even, I might have changed that if you would free to source the rare during the month, which I think is perfectly reasonable. You have changed your mind on that, and I think that's trash. And no sourcing mechanic. I don't care that you say that one is coming. I don't believe you until I see it. So, it's a thumbs down on the officers. The missions, total regression from last month. You're putting us in these systems, and it's like, oh, you're putting us in a 30 system. Oh, kill level hostiles 30 or 31. It's like all your hostiles in the system don't even count. You enter this level 30 system having to kill 10 level 30s, and guess what? There's no level 30s. They're all 29s. Yes, it happens. It happens. So you get this. Events. I just feel, and I understand you moved where the resources and materials are coming from, and I think that's fine. The problem is, I hate all the dumbass specialty currencies, and because you're giving them as a reward now, I don't like the rewards of the event as much. Because I don't like these currencies. There's too many of them. There's way too many of them. And you still think they're fancy-ass currencies, so you give a teeny tiny ass amount. Like what you did with the rare tickets. It's like, oh, here, do your rare tickets, which you're only going to be able to do if you're a spender and you buy tickets. Maybe you can get one rare free ticket a month. Maybe. And it's like, here's 150 premium dust. There you go. You're welcome. And honestly, I didn't do a single rare ticket event because I looked at the rewards and I said, that's trash. Because I don't like all these specialty currencies. So I gave events a thumbs down. Yeah, there were a few sub features. There really wasn't a big feature this month. There's a few sub features like Lorca or the Nova Squadron building, which I don't think were that good, just because you don't get a real benefit or a benefit at all without paying a lot of money. And even some of the benefits from the thing itself, once you do get it up higher, and it's meh. I mean, Lorca's Fist is like an exocomp, a free exocomp that you don't need a currency for, but it only lasts 1 damn minute. Dumb. Dumb. Hell, it takes a minute to travel from one side of the system to the other with some of these damn ships. Stupid. Nova Squadron building, I don't see any way to expand on it. Because you limited yourself on how you can do the researches. You only put a few researches in there. You only get the particles every time you level up the building. And the real benefit I see from the building is the efficiency on some of these special building currencies, which is nice, but at the same time, you don't really start seeing a difference until you get way up there. And how do you get way up there in the level of that Nova Squadron? You spend a bunch of money. And then still, spending a bunch of money, you only get 60% efficiency. And that's if you max the building out. Which would cost how much? Yeah. But that's it? For all these old-ass building currencies? Oh, okay. Alright, sure. Whatever. G6 Armadas. The real main feature of this month. And the sad thing part about it, what? 5% of the player base can engage with it. Maybe 10. I don't know how many people are in G6 now. Kind of lame. And even if you're one of those 5 or 6% or 10% or whatever the hell number it is, you can't even engage with it with each other. It's just you doing a faction armada. Cool. And you could have made it a group. There are options to make it group solos, solo groups, solo or group, depending. You could have allowed players to choose whether they wanted this armada to be a solo or group. And you know what? It's not really helping. I mean, I am in G6, but I don't have a G6 warship, and look at this. I did what, 2-3? Look, I mean, I even got loot crews. I'm not even going max survivability or max kill here. Hell, this is a full Enterprise E crew. I barely got any survivability, and I don't have any damage on it except the ship itself. And it's like, I'm not even at half hull. They're not that hard, so it's not like I would need a big ship to come here and rescue me. And that'd be the only way I could even do it. It's not even that, it's just... And then you look at the wards, and the wards are nice, they're okay, it's just... meh. Another Armada loop for the sake of having an Armada loop. It doesn't source anything that needed sourcing. Except for the directives for the G6 Armadas. Closed loop, man. It does give you some ship parts and materials, which is always nice. But it's just, again, it's meh. So, wow. I really would have liked to give this month a better grade, because I thought that having a damn near featureless month like we had was a good thing for a lot of players. Because how many of you out there are somewhat exhausted by having to do this loop and this loop and that loop and that loop and that loop, and then learn this loop and learn that loop? Yeah, when we had to do that for what? 9 months? 8 months? However many? In a row. To a certain extent, and I know it's a video game here, but I'm sure it kind of felt exhausting for a lot of people. Mostly because this is how you want to relax from, your regular world life, where that can be exhausting. And this is an escape. So it's like, you want to put less effort into it, but you got to ramp up your effort, so it's felt a little more exhausted the rest of this year. Because you couldn't relax as much. So I thought this was a really nice idea to not have a heavily featured month. It's just, you could have made events a little bit more rewarding. You could have made players feel more rewarded. And you kind of failed to do that, but at the same time, I do feel like this was a nice, relaxing month. Even though I didn't give very good grades, which I almost never do, it was a very nice, relaxing month, I thought. Yes, there wasn't a lot going on, but to a certain extent, I feel like a lot of players out there needed it. I do feel like a lot of players out there needed it. So, again, while these individual sections didn't get graded very well, I will give the month as a whole a thumbs up. Because I think, and you know what, maybe we'll call this the feature. The feature of no feature. I feel like some of you players out there had to feel more relaxed this month than in the 8 previous months. Is that a good thing? Yes, I think that's a very good thing. For some players. I mean, some people probably missed that there was not a feature this month so they could have some heavy engagement. But I bet you there was a lot of players out there that really liked it. I did like it. Yes, okay. Wasn't as eventful or fruitful or rewardful. It was more it did feel more casual and more relaxed. And I think that itself is a feature. So please comment below. Did you enjoy this, we'll say, featureless month? What did you feel more relaxed while playing? Yes, maybe you felt less rewarded. By all means, answer that question. Did you feel less rewarded? But because of the lack of feature, did you feel more relaxed playing this month? Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.